Alright, Shalom. With the Hebrew Israelites coming out week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Holy Scriptures and the Bible. Alright, first and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakak.
Giving double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well. Salutations, peace, love, and blessing to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all the sincere listeners, the sincere sisters, alright, all the sincere believers in Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom. Alright, peace, mercy, safety unto you. Alright, and we're out here on another weekend, alright, in Modesto. It's kind of popping out here in Modesto, man. So we're just gonna come out here and do what we do, which is a preach the word, alright, which is a commandment. Alright, hey, they have the parable about the man that was given talent, given one talent, and he hid it. Alright, because we were going into that last time. Last time we were out here, we were talking about dudes that get this knowledge and don't want to do nothing with it. Alright, because hey, it says in the Bible that if you love me, keep my commandments, right? Well, one of the commandments is that if you heard about Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, that it's your job to testify of him, because you're a witness. You're a witness. How it says in the Bible that let everything be established at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. All right. So when you get locked in with that belief of Yahweh Shai, that makes you a witness now. All right. And that's what it means to be that's also what it means to be a martyr, is to be a witness, man. All right. A witness unto death. All right.
I got reset the script. This is Matthew 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
Yeah, so it's as a man traveling to a far country. It says that because why? It says in the scriptures that there will be a falling away first, all right? So the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, the spirit of truth and righteousness was pretty much taken away from the earth for a while, man, all right? And now it's given back, which means that the Lord gave money to his own servants. So he gave us these bags of money to exchange out here on the highways and byways, which is his truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So what we do is we come out here and we spread this money out. All right, whoever receives it, all right, they're supposed to gather up bread from us and then go out and spread it abroad. Thus, we're exchanging money, right? And right now, we don't know how long Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai is going to be gone for, but we know that he's not around right now, right? So it's as if he was on a long journey, all right? That's what that's talking about. You got something you want to bring out? Or?
Nah, I was just casting the spiritual out of the sluts. And they want to scar. It's verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2. And to another one, and to another 1.
Yeah, because everybody's given talents according to the measure of the faith that was given to them. All right, so not everybody receives the same amount of talents. Not everybody's burden is as heavy as another brother's. Not everybody's load is as heavy as another brother's. Where you got the apostles, they got the apostle Tahar, that's the head of the entire nation of Israel, right? So imagine all the stuff he's got to deal with, man. That's a busy man right there. And you got people that are head of camps. You got people that are head over regions, head over zones, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they got to deal with more stuff. But then we carry the burdens of one another. So you got men that are established in a ranking system in an order to help deal, just like going back to the time of Moses when Jethro told Moses, you can't bear this burden of all these people on your own. Set up officers. That way, you got captains over 50s, captains over 10s, captains over 100s, so on and so forth, man. All right, and so it's a structure. All right, this is a house. All right, this is a house. This is a church. Hey, all of these different camps you see, we're all part of one church, the body of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, really, it's all one big camp that's just scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. All right.
Yeah, into different churches, pretty much. Because when you read the scripts, it talks about the 7 churches of Asia Minor. Okay, in which all the churches were the other camps that were out there preaching the truth. Okay? It says, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
Yeah, so he that received 1, he received the least amount. So he took that. He felt like, nah, I can't do this, man. Like, it ain't for me. But the understanding was still in him, though. All right, he still had that belief in his heart. But he took that and he hid it, man. All right, he digged in the earth. All right, X marks the spot, got his little road map. Right, and he hid that until Yahweh Shai returned, man. But the Lord, he said he wanted us to go and exchange this money, just like the 5 talents, just like the 2 talents, all right? Which means to take what you know and come out here and spread the love. All right, go ahead.
After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. He said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
He said, thou hast been faithful over a few things. That means the Lord left, hey, you have 5 talents, you have 2 talents, whatever. The Lord left you in charge of keeping the integrity of his word. And also, hey, you have brothers that are in charge. And really everybody that's up here doing this is going to be in charge of rebuking, exhorting, and correcting other men that's in this truth. So we're responsible for each other in this truth. All right? People that come up under you, all right, people that come or that are on the outside of the camp, all right, you're responsible for giving them this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding correctly. All right? Giving them the proper spirit to be in these end times, man. All right? So you have big responsibility understanding this truth. Because you got people that take this and then they twist it, all right, and they lie and they pervert the gospel for whatever other intentions that they have, because their intention wasn't to come and serve Yahweh Shai. Their intention was to serve themselves, man. You got that out here. You got people that preach for envy, for strife and contention, which we're not out here to do that. We're not out here to just scream and curse people out, man. All right? Or like in that movie, you ever seen that movie CB4? There's a movie where it's pretty much making fun of like the NWA times, and their rap, they're doing like gangster rap, and then the group breaks apart, and then one of them goes straight up Saw Netter, and he's like, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And you got a lot of Israelites that's doing that, man. All right, just because they want the nation of Israel to be all so-called black, all right. So you got people that are pushing their own agenda instead of Yahweh Shai's agenda, man. All right, so we were entrusted with the truth, all right, because a lot of these other camps that's out here pushing false doctrine, that's because they were given false doctrine to push, man. They weren't entrusted with the full embodiment of what the scriptures are, all right. And so we were entrusted with that. So it's important for us not to lie to anybody. That's why you can't be emotional when dealing with these scriptures. That's why people get emotional when they deal with these scriptures. Like, oh, nah, that's not right. That's hateful. This is in the Bible, my friend. You can like it, you cannot like it. It doesn't matter, because everything that's in these words is faithful and true. It's gonna happen whether you like it or not, whether you feel a certain type of way about it or not. This is just the truth. We're just out here to give you the cut and dry, man. The raw skinny, as the Apostle Gabar says it, man. All right, the straight skinny. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah, chapter 48 and 10. It says, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully.
Yeah, cursed be he that do it. So if you're out here and you're doing it for any other intention but to really be brotherly towards Yahweh Shai, and to be a real obedient son to the Most High Yahweh, if you're doing it for any other intention other than that, then you're cursed, man. You're not gonna make it out of here, dude. Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua searches the heart, and He tries the reins. Eventually, something's gonna be put in your face, and your true colors are gonna show. It's gonna show where your heart is, man. All right, because if your heart's in the right place, then you're gonna excel, man. You're gonna endure. But if at any time you flip to the dark side, your heart's in the wrong place, and something comes up, all right, you're gonna make the wrong move, man, because your intention. Hey, Hebrews 4:12 says that the word is sharper, quick and sharper, more powerful than any two-edged sword. All right, that it reveals the thoughts and the intents of the heart, man. Why? Because you have to follow after this. So when something is brought upon you that interjects with what you want to be about instead of being about the scripture, it's going to come forth, man, because you're going to have to choose. All right, there's always a choice. You're always going to choose life over death, or choose this life, right? Life over death, right? Come on, go ahead.
Oh, I got more.
I'll let him bring it up.
This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
And is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart, right? Because if you're doing this for filthy lucre's sake, and then there ain't no money involved in it for you, what are you gonna do, man? You're not gonna keep doing the work. See? So your intentions are gonna show. No matter what, your intentions are gonna show, man. It's gonna be seen what you put ahead of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, if anything. Okay? All right, go ahead. Go back to that.
This is Jeremiah 48:10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
Yeah, cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Which, when you do that, then you're being deceitful, man. All right. Why? Because it's like hiding a fugitive. All right. Like Esau comes up and you tell him something other than what's in the scriptures, what the judgment is in the scriptures. You pretty much creating a hiding place, a so-called hiding place for that Edomite to dwell in, man. Right? He feels like he's safe in there. Like, this guy told me this, which that's a stronghold, which we're here to pull down these strongholds, man. All right? These other people, these other groups that come out here teaching the wrong things, they're trying to build a house upon lies. That's that untempered mortar that it talks about in the scriptures, okay? We got tempered mortar, all right? We got strong, sturdy foundation that we're working with out here, man. All right, those of us that are doing this in sincerity, all right, we're the sheep. We're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, and we're called from all walks of life. We're called throughout all four corners of the earth. All right, the spirit is like the wind. Brothers just wake up out of nowhere. He could look like a straight up Edomite somewhere in Norway and just wake up to the truth. And you see him out there preaching the gospel, man. Getting laughed at, getting beat up. All right, having Edomites come against him. Having Jakes that look like him come against him. All right, because that's how we're gonna come out, man. We're gonna come out looking like, all types of nations, man. All right, looking like mixtures of nations, looking like new creatures, man. All right, you see that out here. Sometimes you'll see somebody and be like, damn, I don't even know what the hell that is, man. All right, is that it on that?
Oh yeah, that was it.
All right, go ahead and bring on what I told you to get earlier.
There's Matthew 11:25. At the time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes.
Yeah, because how many people do you see that are biblical scholars that are preaching this word on the streets? How we are, man. You don't see it, all right? You don't see doctors, you don't see lawyers, all right? You don't see people with master's degrees, all right? You don't see people that are in these mega churches, all right, out here doing what we're doing, man, all right? You ain't gonna see no Joel Osteen out in the downtown San Francisco in that shithole preaching the Bible, man, all right? You're not gonna see that. So what we're doing here is It's the ultimate spiritual sacrifice. We're serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on the highest level, man. All right. This is pretty much the most you can do out of everything that you can do.
Yeah, the scriptures say, "Who can but prophesy?" What else can you do? This the highest thing on earth. Okay, prophesying the downfall of Esau and Edom, prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. This is the highest. This is the most powerful thing you can do. Okay, this is the only way you can serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua if you're a man of the nation of Israel, is by doing the work, okay, or adhering to the words that are coming out the prophet's mouth. Okay, you ain't gonna get salvation if you're just at home sitting down, sitting on your ass watching videos all day. You're not gonna get salvation like that, man. Okay, you have it in your ability. The Lord gave you the talent, but you're just sitting around. You're not gonna get salvation, man. Why? Because you're refusing to swing that sword. And the sword that we're talking about is a spiritual sword, the scriptures. Okay, the scriptures that say, "Cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood." What we're doing right now is we're lifting up our voices and we're not sparing anybody. So therefore, we're swinging this sword, all right? We're not sparing nobody's feelings, man. We're not saying, "Oh, look, there's children out here, huh? We can't speak against them. We can't curse their parents out." No. You got to do it the right way and just go hard to the best of your ability. Okay, when you come out here, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's a commandment. It's part of the law, statute, and commandment to preach the word, man. All right, so we ain't telling you nothing wrong. I just believe. Well, I mean, hey, faith is shown by work, man. You can't just believe. You can't just sit behind a computer somewhere, all right, doing whatever you want. You still smoking cigarettes, all right. You still eating baconators, all right. You still doing things that's unlawful, but somehow you still believe. Somehow you're gonna be saved. That don't make no sense, man. All right. The Lord demands sacrifice, man. All right. In the Old Testament, you had to sacrifice animals, all right. In the New Testament, this is the sacrifice that we're making right here according to Romans 12. It tells you to make your bodies, all right, your bodies, yourself, as a living sacrifice, man. All right? Why? Because anybody could recognize us, look crazy ass people get fired from our jobs, these crazy ass clowns out here on the street preaching the Bible.
Or your woman can see you, or your woman's family. Okay. And fucking demonize you. Because right now I see my woman's brother.
Just anything, man. Anybody, anything. Oh, you gotta get these snarling ass looks from these people that want to come up here and just cuss us out, man. What the fuck are you doing out here with the Bible? Because that's a natural reaction to these people when they see people like us. They're thinking like extreme terrorist type shit. They're thinking ISIS. They're thinking like crazy radical Christian type stuff. When they think of Hebrew Israelites, they think of black Hebrew Israelites. They think of militant, bugged out, angry black men. You know what I mean? That's what they think about. And so immediately there's tension because Esau, the so-called white man, created that tension for us already, man. All right, because this world is against us. So the ruler of this world is pushing out that wicked vibration towards us, man. All right, when we ain't out here to do nothing except preach the gospel and Lord willing save our souls from condemnation. All right, because if you don't do this, I'm gonna just be plain and simple and straight to the point with you. All right, you're gonna die, man, and it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy death. All right, you got families, you got your woman, maybe you deal with multiple women, you got kids. They're gonna be put to death, man. The Lord might save you for less. He might have you hiding out somewhere, all right? And Esau rolls through and just pulls y'all out of the house, throws you into the back of some cars and takes you to a concentration camp, and proceeds to do horrible things, chopping you in pieces, cutting you in pieces, man. All right?
Yeah, that's true, and that's why the scriptures is your comforter and gives you guidelines of how you should be living your life. Okay, it says to set your affection on things above, not on things beneath. Now, of course, we love our families. All right, we got children, we love them. But the scriptures do tell you, he that loveth father or mother more than me, son and daughter more than me, is not worthy of the kingdom. And when you look at the word there, it means to love less. So if you can't put your children, your wife to the side, your family to the side, and worship Yahweh Shai, he gonna test you. We brought it out. Cursed be he that keepeth back, doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. There is going to be guys in the last moments bug out because their woman's in a FEMA camp. The woman goes and takes the chip, gets your children all chipped up. Okay? Then you bug out. Why? Because your mind wasn't really towards Yahweh Shai. It was towards your bullshit life on this side, man. Because if your mind is totally for Yahweh Shai, you ain't gonna give a fuck, man. Real talk. Because the woman, you already know the woman has a right over the children. She can skirt whenever the hell she wants to. You know? What you gonna do? You gonna drop the sword for her? Or for your children? No, man. You know?
Yeah, that's what that means, man. That means that you're gonna put this word above anything else, everything else. You know? How about Shem Shai Ratazah? Alright, we have the strength and the ability to do these things, man. Alright?
This is Luke chapter 11, verse 34. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body also is full of light.
Yeah, because what does it tell you in the Bible? It says in the scriptures, walk in the spirit, and you shall not basically complete the lust of the flesh.
Yeah, fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Fulfill the lust of the flesh. So it tells you to walk in the spirit, which means to keep your eyes single. Which goes down to staying pretty much locked in, because Satan, your flesh always crying, man. All right, your flesh always wants you to do something else. Hey, there was a time when I had clicked on my YouTube and I looked at the home screen, and it was just music videos. And so I said, dang, man, the flesh is eating me up. All right, and so that's what'll happen to you. You find yourself doing. Hey, what does it say? You can't serve two masters at the same time. Otherwise, you're gonna be doing this and not that, or you're gonna be doing this and not that. So it's either one or the other, man. You know. So the majority of the time, instead of listening to a song, listen to the new song. All right, throw on the videos. Which that's what I did. That's what I did at my pad. I queued up my YouTube on the TV. And I can just run it on the TV and just be playing while I'm doing whatever else I gotta do. You know. All right, because Jake always want to relax, but it tells you in the scriptures that this ain't our rest. It really ain't time to be relaxing, man. And really, these scriptures should relax you. Just listening to these scriptures should relax you, man. Don't feel no contention or animosity, man, because it should be. You should feel nothing but love, all right? Unless you're doing something wrong, it should be love, man. All right? Only time that you're gonna be getting cut and rebuked is if you're doing something wrong, man. All right? And you feel, of course, you're gonna feel that pressure, like, oh man, you're gonna have that fear. Why? Because you don't want to mess up. All right, you constantly messing up in this society, you're doing things that you don't even mean to do, doing things that you don't even know that you're doing, man. All right.
It says, thy whole body also is full of light, but when thine eye is evil, thy body is full of darkness.
Hey, when thy eye is evil, thy body. That's so when you surrounding yourself, but nothing with the ways of this world, which is the spirit of Satan.
You're gonna be acting like a nigga.
Yep.
Doing nigga shit. Dressing like a nigga. Okay. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be casted out with your homies that is nothing but niggas. You know? That's not the scripture I was actually looking for. I got it right here. Because when it's talking about the light of your body is your eye, it's talking about like your mind, your pineal gland, you know? Your spirit. Okay? So Matthew 6:22, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And you got to keep your eyes single. You got to have that tunnel vision, as they say. You don't want to be seeing or dealing with nothing other than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So when you wake up, what you do? Now, I was going to tell this brother the other day, when you wake up, what you want to do is right when you wake up, throw out prayers to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Have him bless you and guide your day. So that way, what happens next is something spiritual. If you ain't praying, these demons is like they're a magnet, man, to your flesh. Okay, as soon as you wake up, what you thinking about? If you're not praying, you're thinking about doing something worldly. You know, let me see what my wife's up to. Let me go get something to eat, and the next you know, you're doing who knows what. All right, listening to some dumb music when you could be studying. Okay, and it happens, bro, because the other couple days, man, I've been waking up with them terrors, man. With the terrors, just demons fucking with your flesh, man. And I just go and I just start praying, man, and it goes away. You know? Because right now is a very high time to wake out of sleep and to keep your eyes single, focused on nothing more than the kingdom. Okay, and what do you do? How do you do that? Okay, you give diligence to reading, to exhortation. What your exhortation comes from you doing your lessons, man. Every week there was an order that you're supposed to do 3. Okay? That's you giving exhortation. Which exhortation leads to admonition or admonishing, which means to warn. And that's what we do. We warn our people, okay, of the impending doom that's coming, man. That's our job, you know. Let me read again. You can break it down. Matthew 6:22. It says, the light. Oh, well, actually, I'm gonna start up. Okay, it's 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Yeah, because you got people that's in this world that all they care about is riches of this world. All right? They might even have spiritual blessings. Like it tells you in 2 Ezra 9, it says those that have received benefits and have not known them. You know, you might have people that's in the truth, all right, that are blessed with blessed with physical and spiritual blessings, man. But they choose to use what they know about the scriptures and to use their wisdom in a non-spiritual way. Instead, they're more focused on getting things of this world. All right, they want a new car, they want a house, they want this, they want that. All right, the newest iPhone. And these are things that brothers have. We have smartphones, we have places to dwell in. But you got people that are set on everything. What's new in this world? What can I look good in this world? You know, what's the new sneaker that's out? All right, what's the new jersey everybody's wearing, man? All right, what's the new song everybody's into? All right, what's new? What's popping in the world today, man? You got people that their mind is fully set in that. Even being in the truth, you got people that are gonna be like that, man. All right, you got people that are like that in these different camps. All right, that are actually doing this for worldly bliss, man. All right, they feel like they wanna own an entire town and move all their little Israelite brothers all up in there and have their own little society within Esau's wicked ass society, man. They want to set up united Negro colleges, all right, in the middle of their little congregation, little Israelite colleges, man. You know, and build up some sort of little offshoot Jake kingdom, wicked ass Jake kingdom inside of this kingdom. And that's really happening, man. That's really happening. You got fucking, what's his name from the IUIC, Nate. They call him Nate Satan, going on these big yacht cruises, marrying people, talking about praying and fasting and praying and fasting. To what? Before he gets married?